Hey there, I'm Drunkenshoe, and this is Mages of Mystralia. It's like it's kind of Zelda-like game, and I'm trying to go do all bosses, but I might have to skip one boss because one of the skips that I have to do is very hard, and I'm going to try it like a few times before I use a backup save. But that's pretty much it. And also the second save is very important for something later, but we'll come to that once I'm there. And then I'll start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, there you go. So usually we start off with a save, but now I just wanted to have this cutscene playing at the very beginning. We have like 1 minute and 20 seconds. So you are a mage apprentice, or like some person that figured out that they're a mage, but like magic is banned in this world, because apparently there was a bad mage that did bad stuff, and she was also now banned because she accidentally burned down her village. Nobody died, but she just destroyed it. And then she finds another person that teaches her how to control magic, and that's my journey. But yeah, if there's like any messages right now, that would be the perfect time already to get one message in. Hello? Alright, I guess not. Can you not hear me? Oh, can you not hear me?
Sorry. Sorry, I was slightly distracted just now.
I see. You still have time for a message if you have anything to say.
I can always say things like, for example, that we have incentives open. For example, later today we've got the Monsters Inc. Scare Island Do All Races incentive. We're currently still missing 2,000 kroner for that, but I mean, we all want to see Viper play an actual racing game, so yeah.
Nice. I just did my very first skip by pausing very slightly there earlier. I skipped the trigger because like when you pause the moment you would hit a trigger, it just interrupts the trigger. And that trigger would have sent me back to talk to the mentor who wants to teach me stuff, but that's slow, so I'm just gonna not ignore him and move on. I'm gonna try to do the same coming up in a few seconds. There's a book cutscene that just shows your magic book where you can craft spells. I wanted to not see them showing the book, which also is slow. So like I'm gonna try. Oh, I missed. I would have skipped this cutscene if I had hit the pause. But yeah, it just shows this book and it's very slow. And also I walk to the book very slowly if I do this. And yeah, this is the tutorial. It just teaches you the mechanics. You have 4 different kind of spells, like basically a melee spell, then a projectile spell, some spell that creates stuff, which is in this case at some point ice platforms at the start, and one that affects you, which is at the beginning just a shield without any modifiers. And I will get them one by one, so now I just only have the ability to attack in melee, and then in a few moments I get the spell that affects me, which is again the shield, and then I will get the projectile which cannot move yet because it doesn't have that behavior, and at the end I get the platforms. And then this has a very well-built spellcrafting system where you use runes to make your spells do different things. Also, that I forgot to keep pressing the shield. So yeah, and after the tutorial, like it takes quite a moment until this game picks up quite a lot. So like if there's any messages, you can kind of fire them off at any time at the beginning, like until like 7 minutes in.
Well, there is also another run that is coming up later, which is Karma Flow. I still don't know what the whomst is about, whomst what, but you can decide between either Danny Filth or Simone Simons. We still don't know what whomst is about, so if anyone knows, please tell me. Yeah, it's an open bit war. You can decide between Danny Film or Simone Simons. No donations towards it yet, but yeah.
Okay, so as you've already seen, you can interrupt triggers. That also works with voiding triggers, which does weird things on some maps. In this case, it teleports me to 000 on this map, which is very convenient. It skips an entire, like, very long cutscene section. It's like 4 minutes or something, where I have to talk to a lot of people, which would be slow. And then there's one more skip coming up that I only have one try for. If I fail it, I have to do a walk of shame that takes like a minute, where I have to do more talking that I want to avoid. So let's hope I get this skip. It also includes voiding again. This is not the one, this is just, this would have been a small time if I didn't get it. But this thing coming up is quite big. It also is kind of cool. Sadly has only like one use right here, because of the placement of items. Also, it's like, this is again kind of like Zelda-like, so there's some small puzzle stuff. So I have some ruined puzzles that I need to do. In this case, this is just to get currency I need later to get some more mana, which is very helpful in boss fights. And also I need this flower, but I also need to pick it up well, I failed. I had one try at this. I needed to fall into the water to spawn back, and when you pick up an item and while voiding out, you gain control back, which also has you not have collision for a few moments, which would have meant I could have gone through the fence to the left to continue. But now I have to actually, I also forgot to kill the people. Now I have to kill these goblins, save a person, and also talk to her husband, and then be able to move on, because a cart was blocking my way. And yeah, I usually don't fail this skip, but it's fine. Now it will lose a little more time, but it's okay. But yeah, there's a person that needed help from goblins. Right to the left here. There she is. Okay, I didn't know the cutscene replays. That's a new thing. That's cool. There we go. She's now safe, but she's like, hey, I need my husband to get the cart out of the way, so I will have to go back to that small village I just visited, because I forgot to kill these goblins. And then I can move on. And then there's gonna be a funny fight if I do the strat properly. Alright. So you have to go here, talk to the husband. Oh yeah, right. Again, magic is banned, so I just get rid of my wand and nobody cares. So I can just come back to this is the village I accidentally burned down, by the way. They are already working on fixing it. I was not supposed to visit it in this run, but it's fine. Alright, now the cart will be out of the way, because the husband fixed it very quickly. And there's gonna be one more small puzzle, and then the fight. Oh yeah, right, there was a cutscene I could have skipped with a trigger interrupt. I haven't done this in a while, so I forgot. There's, I think, a cutscene here. Oh, yep. But yeah, we're coming up to the very first boss fight, although it's kind of an introductory boss. It's at some point just a normal enemy if you would play more of the game. But for now, it is actually a boss. So we have the first boss fight coming up soon, which also will give us our first rune that we can use to modify our spells, which will speed up the game quite a lot because it's the move rune.
So which makes us able to actually move around quickly, and also makes our projectile spell move as well. So currently it's just a fireball that I can place in the air. But yeah, after this, like in a few moments, we will see this boss. Okay. There we go. This is the production cutscene for the small boss, and hopefully I get this threat, because how do you fight a big boss that has a big club in the right hand? Well, we're just gonna stand very close to him okay, let me try again once he dashes. Okay, this is not working out. There we go. This should work. There we go. He's not gonna hit me anymore. Also, I need to pay attention. Never mind. If you do it correctly and stand... Oh, okay. Let me try again. Usually, if you do it correctly, he cannot hit you if you stand right to the left of him, because he has his club in his right hand. But sometimes the hitbox kind of is weird, but like if I do it properly, I should just be able to stand next to him and just keep on fireballing him. So let's hope that I don't get randomly hit. Okay, what is happening? This hasn't happened in forever. Okay, I don't know what's going on. This is not going great. Has actually not happened before. Okay. I'm just not gonna say anything and hope this works. Whatever, it worked most of the time, but at some point he hit me, that's fine. At least I didn't die again. Also, spellcrafting menuing is faster with mouse, so I'm just gonna switch to mouse real quick. But yeah, now we will see what this spellcrafting system is about. At least for a brief moment, I will put the move rune on every spell, and now I can dash. There we go. And also my platforms have the capability to move, which makes me able to skip more stuff. Come on, let's get up here. Hello? Yep. I'm not supposed to ever hit that river, but it still has a void trigger, which puts me to the left side of the same map, which skips the entire section I was supposed to go to. I will have to go back to that section at some point because there's a boss, but not now. Currently, I don't need to fight that boss because I'm not prepared fighting him quickly. This fight has a new rune, which I need to go fast. Right. So this will give me the time rune, which affects the timing of spells, which makes some go faster in, for example, the dash. So I will leave again, put on the time rune on the spell that affects me, and now my dash goes longer and faster. Costs more mana, but it's fine. Overall, it will save time. And now we will come up to another mechanic, or another, I guess, glitch. Yeah, it's probably, let's call it a glitch. So like, but first I need to get one more thing. Another rune that I need later, which requires me to do one of these small rune puzzles. Ah yes, the double clicking, fantastic. Oh. This game has an issue where it just, with the mouse sometimes randomly double clicks, or it makes the mouse double click, which just happened there. So I picked up the rune twice and placed it in the wrong place. But it still is faster with the mouse than trying to do these with controller. But yeah, now if I change the texture quality and also go out of the menu, it lags the game long enough for me to bypass triggers, including voiding triggers. So I avoided the first void and went out of bounds that way. And now I'm not supposed to be able to hit this, okay? So, but if I turn around while shooting, it will give me the perfect angle to hit this, because it automatically aims at stuff. So that's how I'm able to not use the rune that I'm supposed to use for this puzzle. And we will come to the next glitch, which is very funny. So these are teleport pads. We're not supposed to be able to teleport on all these nodes, but if I just open the actual map and then choose any of these locations and then leave, it will teleport me here. But I also will leave to the main menu to do a few things. It will make me load into the map early. It will spawn me slightly back from this checkpoint because I don't want to hit it. And then I can do another texture lag skip to get to a place on this map to the left. It's kind of blind, but yeah, I'm going top left currently, which you will see once the map is panning to the left. I skipped the entire level again, but there's a boss here that I will have to fight at some point, but not now. I am currently preparing to fight bosses, so... There. This is the last currency thing I need, because I can do stuff to get more of it without picking it up, which will come up soon. There's two more things I need to be able to fight bosses. Now 3 more things to be able to fight bosses real quick. Another rune, but I will leave because there was a reason I didn't want to hit that checkpoint. Getting there and getting to the teleport pad from there is slow, so I wanted to keep this checkpoint alive. Get back to this checkpoint and this teleport pad because I want to use this teleport glitch to get to all these places. Now I'm gonna go to what's called the Tomb of the Mage Kings. I will do a different thing. I will still go back to the menu, but the teleport takes priority. If I did it correctly, I will have everything due. You have heard the sound twice, probably, like the bleeping sound, which means I loaded this map twice, which also loads in you twice, which also includes your items. So I have tubed everything, and also there's a hole in this staircase. So just go into this hole and dash here instead of going the normal way. Alright, I only need to get this rune, and then we will leave again and do some menuing to make good spells. So now it gives me the tutorial for a new rune, which I have to do, and then re-enter and change it to what I need. So this is duplicate, so I can use use other spells when I use this spell, and then I will have to do a second spell that has this and this on and this on. I'm not going to explain what kind of spells I'm doing currently because there's a lot of things going on. I'm just going to make those spells. Some of them are self-explanatory, but like the first spell, that's the projectile spell is now my killing spell, and the second spell I need for a puzzle in that same category. And the one that affects me is to duplicate this to get this key, because I have no way of flipping currently, and I need to get through this gate. But yeah, you cannot make 4 spells of the same group, so like 4 melee spells, 4 projectile spells, 4 spells that affect you, and 4 of these platform spells that affect you, and they can connect them via different behavior spells. And one of them I now use for my main damage spell, which is not this one. This one is just to do this puzzle very quickly because I need 1 more rune for this. And as I said, I need more mana, so we will get to a place to get more mana, which is where I need to dupe. So I will have to dupe again. So leaving to main menu while teleporting will load the map twice. 1, 2. I heard the sound twice. I will dash. I will hopefully texture lag past the cutscene here. I did not. That's fine. Which is the only downside to this not getting this small cutscene skip is I will now have the checkpoint in here, but like it's fine. I can just teleport back to where I have to go.
Do we have time for some donations?
Yes, now you have time for a donation for sure.
All right, beautiful. Because we have 250 kroner from Monojira, who says, "Hey Shu, you're doing great." Also Floa, 150 kroner towards Simone as the ending song vocalist for Karma Flow, which is what the incentive is about. Thank you. Now we know that as well. All right, also another 100 kroner go towards the Samir, you're breaking the car sound pack for the Colin McRae rally run. And we also have another 500 kroner from Bam Bam, who says, "Good luck with the some bosses run, Shu."
Yeah, this is probably gonna be some bosses the way this is going, but we're fine. I have to go back to this. I don't have to leave back to main menu because I don't need to dupe anymore. And then we go back out of bounds with this handy staircase. I forgot to do a thing, I just realized. It's fine, I will do it now. I need to make my boss killing spell actually boss killing. I need to put on 1 more rune. There we go. So again, texture lagging past void triggers to get further into this dungeon. We will now finally get to the next boss. Hopefully, because the next texture lag is kind of hard again. Because apparently they seem to be hardware dependent a little bit, because it's like FPS dependent stuff, which I figured out way too late. So we might be stuck here for a while as well, which is why I will not try the next skip if I take forever for this one for too long. I will also kill these guys because they might kill me. Oh yeah, right. If you run out of mana, it will take forever to refill. Okay, so this one is hard, so might take a while. Come on. Okay, we got there, good. I have to move up and then the camera will pan. I had to skip that checkpoint because I need the checkpoint at the beginning of this dungeon and there's the next boss coming up. But I will get some health because this boss has auto-aim. So if they do 2 or more hits, I'm dead. So I'm just gonna get some health. Just to be safe. If I do it correctly, it should die before it can get into hits, but the way the first boss went, I'm not confident right now. So we will get enough health to not die. But this should be fine. Hey, second boss done, let's go. we will not go in there. That's why I wanted to set the checkpoint at the beginning. We will just get this chest, which gives me more mana and health, which I will actually have to wait for some reason. But I will take this small time loss. Once my health is full, I can leave to main menu. There we go. And then we can continue on. And then I will try this next skip a few times, but if I don't get it, I will just copy in the backup save that is after that boss and the end of the dungeon, because I need what's after the boss and there is no alternative. So, at least in this route. So, if I don't get this in like 2 tries, I will just do the backup save and skip one of the bosses, which is kind of sad, but like, it's way too hard to justify trying it until the end of the run. So I'm gonna, if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna move on. But I hope it doesn't come to this. So we want to teleport to the sunken quarry, which is fine, but I also want to skip the intro cutscene, so we go back to main menu but load in early, which does this weird thing on every map, but if you press this again and then pause, then you can move again. Then I have to texture lag past a loading trigger to get out of bounds and skip the checkpoint again, because we really hate this checkpoint. Is one, like if I hit this one, I am soft locked currently, so I do not ever want to hit this checkpoint. But yeah, I have to now texture lag past 2 void triggers and the death trigger. So that's great. Which is why, like, if I hit the death trigger, I'm just gonna move on, because that takes forever to. Oh, maybe. I got it. Okay, holy shit. This one is so hard, and I'm just gonna get to the boss and hopefully just kill him. Second try is very good, very, very good. But yeah, you will have to deal with the blue hay, because that's what happens when you get to the boss this way. I'm sorry, but yeah, we will have to deal with whatever this is. But yeah, what I set up is my spell is just triggering itself as often as it can, and that's what you see. And I think they have made it a hard limit of it casts 5 times and then it just stops. It does not matter how much mana you have. But yeah, I will have to pay attention to my mana usually, which I just didn't do earlier. And of course, that now that the big bad boy is no more, the small boy is mad and turns bigger. I didn't pay attention to mana again. Also, something is wrong with the sound on my end. I only hear myself, but not the game anymore. Just heads up. And I hear the stuff over from the other PC. That's cool. Alright, I killed the boss though. It's fine. But yeah, if I didn't get the skip, I would have had to load a save that's after getting what I'm getting now. So yeah, there's these stages that are masses of different elements, and I needed the ice element. I didn't get the skip. That's fine. I need the ice element to be able to fight the next boss. And also I need to pay attention to this cutscene, because if I accidentally click too often, I will hit the checkpoint at the start of the map, which would soft lock me still. So I think there's 2 more bubbles. Yeah, and then I have to exit to main menu. There we go. We didn't soft lock. We got the skip, we didn't soft lock, we can move on. Perfect. So I want to go to this place. I want to make this an ice spell. I want to make this not move to the, not duplicate anymore. And then I want to get this spell back because this is my movement spell. Then I'm going to do the map one more time just in case. I want to skip the intro cutscene to not hit the checkpoint, which is how I do this. Alright, there we go. And then I will skip another loading trigger with the dash, with the texture lag to get into this area without hitting the first checkpoint, which I really don't want. Well, this one isn't this bad to hit. It would just lose time. I would have to go back to another checkpoint, but I'd rather not. But yeah. Now we have to go out of bounds by using the platform to go around all stuff to get to the boss. I am moving on an invisible wall because fun, and then once I'm here I have to dash in this direction and I will spawn in the boss arena. So where the next boss is coming up. I will prepare to fight the boss real quick by already opening up everything and having the right spell selected, and now we will spawn in the boss and hopefully kill him very quickly. And this is where I needed ice, because the only way to deflect light is to have an ice shield. So that's why I needed to have the thing from the after the other boss, and then I can just kill him really quickly. There we go. Next. I can now hear the game again. Perfect. No, it's perfect. It's fine. No worries.
Shoutouts to our wonderful tech crew.
Yeah, thank you. And now I need this element as well for the next part. So there's two reasons to go here: fight boss and get this element. And also, again, I skipped the checkpoint because I want to go back to this place, because teleporting to places is faster. Also, it would soft block me again because of a thing I'm about to say. I don't want to hit this checkpoint, but I'm gonna teleport back to the same area, which is funny. But now I will prepare a new spell. I will make my ice things not ice anymore, and I'm also making a second one that is also not a platform but a block that I will need. But I was also, just in case, do this. I will skip the intro cutscene again because last time I didn't. I hit it and that hit the checkpoint, but I really don't want to hit this checkpoint. I will just leave this place. Because this world is kind of interconnected, so I want to be on this map again, which we already were at very early on, but now we will fight a boss that is here, hopefully. But I will have to get to this boss. If you remember, we teleported here at the very beginning after the very first boss fight. But this time we will go to another boss in this area, which is to the right of me currently. So let's get there. Also, new tech is coming up soon as well, which is where I needed those why I need the earth element. Oh, come on. I'm actually doing two techs here, basically, but like I'm not getting it. Oh, there we go. There we go. I need to get up there. And now I want to clip with these blocks into this gate, which is gonna hopefully not gonna go up. I want to clip, please. There we go. So by casting and turning at the same time, it just kind of moves you to a side, and now it clipped me through this place. And this is a boss. It doesn't look like a boss, but this is a boss. So we're just gonna hopefully kill him really quickly again. This was also kind of a very hard skip. I'm glad I got it very quickly. After the embarrassment that was the first boss, this is going quite well, to be honest. Because I pretty much got all the hard parts out of the way now. And at this point, this is just... Oh, I went too early, that's fine. Oh. Hopefully I have enough mana. I do, okay. It was supposed to be a one-shot, but I accidentally shot too early, so I didn't get the one-shot. It just drained all my mana. We will get more health. Actually, no, more mana. The health I have is fine. I just need the mana, and the mana will just refresh if I go back to main menu. And then we go to the lava grotto, which is where this second save I have in the save slot is important. Because for some reason, if you have a save slot that is in an area that or if you have a save with us in an area that you are visiting with the teleport glitch, it does not trigger the checkpoint, which is very convenient because I don't want this checkpoint to be triggered. So I'm selecting Lava Grotto, I'm making my spell an ice spell because the next boss is of course immune to fire damage, or not immune but resistant. And then I will leave to main menu again to get this early entrance. And because of that, for some reason, because I have a second save in my slot that is here, this checkpoint will not trigger. I don't know why, but sure, I'll take that, because I don't want this checkpoint. Oh, that was a cut. Yeah. I forgot this cutscene for a second, that's fine. This dude, I don't remember what he is, what he is about again. I completely forgot. But it's not that important. And then we go directly to the boss instead of doing all this puzzle stuff by doing another texture lag down here. So. Great. It is... I'm getting... There we go. It is bottom, top, left, right to actually open the gates to the boss, which I cannot clip into. So I have to actually do this puzzle to open the gates to the boss that is to the right of me. So there we go. But yeah, I need the ice. I need to make my main damage spell an ice spell because, of course, in a lava grotto there is a boss that's resistant to fire damage. Also, dodging this is very funny. You just move up and down and up and down. Oh yeah, right, he's gonna dash. My mana management right now is bad, but it's fine. Right, when he's dashing, he's immune to damage, so my last 3 shots didn't connect. Great. But he's dead now. There we go. And I have to wait for this cutscene because otherwise it doesn't count as dead. And after the cutscene, I'm gonna leave the menu again and go to the next area, which we already visited. But as I said, there's a boss there. It's the ice area, so we go back to the ice area and kill the boss in the ice area. And then there's the final boss left, which I have to defeat twice. So we are very, like once I'm prepared, this is just a boss rush at this point. Just get to them and defeat them. So we go to the ice area. So we teleport here. We select Sky Temple. We make our spell fire again because ice and ice more resistance. We skip the intro cutscene again to not hit that checkpoint. And then we go top left again after a texture lag. And for some reason, something weird happens when I void out close to the arena here, you'll see, but beforehand I will get a little bit more health just in case. So when I void out here, so the boss arena is to the top right here, but like, for some reason when I void out here, it spawns me in the arena. I don't know why, I never figured this out, but now I need to do a blind texture lag to actually hit the trigger to start the fight. Which I did, perfect. And now we will fight the ice boss, and then there's 2 more bosses left. And I cannot quick kill him in the first phase, sadly, but I can quick kill him after the first phase. So like, usually he has, I think, 4 phases, but we only do 2. Well, one fully and the second one halfway. So yeah, and all the phases are kind of similar, and also this is an early game boss, so like he tries to hit me with this tail 3 times, but okay. But I will hit him there, then he will go into the second phase. I cannot hit him now, like nothing happens, even though I can target it. And then he will drop these ice things again, and while but then I can actually, so now we will do this. Now we will do the ice things, and when he goes into the arena, for some reason you can target his tail, which you're not supposed to be able to do, and I can just kill him now. Usually there's like 4 more, or 2 more of these phases. And he's already dead, and I will go back to main menu again to do 1 more teleport to the final area. Oh, I hit the checkpoint. Is that bad? That might be a little annoying. We'll see. It's fine. No, it's fine. This will lose a little bit of time, but it's okay. I will have to do a little bit of more spell crafting that I usually won't, but it's okay. I need to use this and this to be able to cross this gap. Okay. I lost a little bit of time because I didn't pay attention to when the cutscene ends, but that's fine. We will now just move to the teleport platform and teleport into the last area and do something interesting. Again, I already said we can dupe everything. You will see what I mean once I do this. Leave, exit to main menu. Okay, now I have to pay attention. Okay, that should work. You will not see it immediately, but when I press A now, I will spawn a second time. That's fine. I can clip my second... Oh, that's the wrong spell. I can clip my second copy which also triggers everything, and I will move through this gate that I'm not supposed to be able to go through like this. So yeah, you can also see he is duped. One of them is talking to me, the other one is still using the console, which is very funny. But yeah, I have to defeat this boss twice because this is the final boss. The first time he just moves away. And it's like, yeah, nah, I don't want to keep fighting. I want to do my thing. But the second time you will defeat him. There we go. That was the first time, and now we have to get to him a second time, but we have to climb this, what's called the Dark Tower. But we also want to not do any of the mandatory fights in this, so we are going to do more of the clipping that you have seen once earlier on with these blocks that I have. But first I will have to leave back to main menu of the checkpoint, because if I keep the double everything, including myself, I will soft lock at the very end. I will actually hard lock, and I would have to actually restart the game. But yeah, not gonna do that. So we are just gonna go back to main menu and have normal state. Yeah, we want to clip through everything here. There we go. I have to do this 4 times. Because there were 4 stages. I skipped 1 stage entirely. That gives me the wind element, but I don't need this. So here I have to do it slightly differently than at all the other doors, where I just do it at the door. Okay. There we go. The load zone goes behind the door, so I can just hit it while out of bounds. But the rest, the next 2 doors, are just basically do it at the door. There we go, 1 more. And then the final boss fight, which has no phase skips because those phases are locked. There we go, that was the fast clip. I will get a little bit more health, although I should not die, but like, just in case. Also, I want to show something funny. This just drops down for some reason, no collision for the heart. It's the only heart here. I don't know. They just missed that. Yeah, this is, we have seen him already. We will fight him 1 more time. Can't really call that a fight because, yeah. So yeah, the fight gimmick is I have to do rune puzzles after each phase, and then the fight is gonna be over real quick because I have way too much damage. So time is coming up kind of soon. So I have to do this like 3 more times, where I just move around him a little bit. Once he shoots his rock, I will shoot him. He's already in the next phase. He took a while to realize. And we do this 2 more times. And then the run is over. Go. And those puzzles are not random. They have a set pattern, so just have to remember them. He is... Yeah, I know you didn't realize you're already in the next phase. That happens because he gets damaged too quickly. Oh yeah, double clicking happened again. I didn't click twice, I clicked once, but it picked up the rune again. And one more hit and 1 more puzzle. Oh my god, why is it double clicking so much? There we go. And time. time is technically later, but like I think I wanted to discuss it with the friend of mine that we wanted was to do time when we hit him the last time, because there's technically no time to lose. You just spam through cutscene. And there's no, and the credits aren't skippable, so we should decide on this. But yeah, I would time it here. So yeah, this is Majors of Mystralia all bosses, and I actually did kill all bosses. I didn't have to do a backup save, which I'm very glad about, because I was very afraid I will not get the skip. But yeah, shout out to the devs of this game, because they are currently working on a new game set in the same universe. It's not going to be like a story-based game. It's going to be a roguelike, which is kind of sad. But it will have kind of the same spellcrafting system from what I've seen. So I'm excited for that. And I hope to play it soon. But yeah, that's it. This was Majors of Mystralia, all bosses. If you have anything else to say before I leave off, feel free.
All right. Thank you very much, Drunkenshoe. I do have 2 more donations in here. 150 kroner from Vic. Saying "Weehoo," and another 100 kroner from Wolfie NOR saying "Good luck and have fun."
Thank you.
And yeah, that shall be all for now. Coming up next is Monojira with Viewfinder. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, this marks the end of my first hosting shift here at NSG, but I'm gonna hand it over to the capable Oranea here, so she'll do a fantastic job replacing me here. So yeah, show her some love and keep on donating.
I can try.